Hi, I'm Handyman Dave, and I'm here to demonstrate how to change out a receptacle. These things are fairly easy to change out, but what we want to do today is maybe go over a few safety precautions and just kind of show you how to do it. Um, the reason I want to change this one out is because, as you can notice, the receptacle itself is a different color from the white plate that's on here, and so it's kind of a mismatch. So what I did was I went down to my friendly hardware store and I bought another one. But this is white and this will match the plate very easily. So one of the first things we want to do before we start getting into this is you need to find out on your circuit breaker panel where the breaker is that will cut the power to this. So that's the very first thing we want to do, is cut the power to this receptacle. And once you've done that, if you can, you definitely need to get a multimeter that can read volts AC, because the voltage we're getting out of here is not direct current, it's alternating current. So what we want to do is we're going to set our meter to AC, and since this is 118 thereabouts, 115 to 118 volts, we're going to set our voltmeter to measure tops around 200 volts AC, so that'll cover that voltage. And with AC voltage, there's no polarity, so we can stick these in either side. And what we're doing this for is to verify that there is no voltage coming into this receptacle now that I've shut the breaker off. So I stick these in like so, and I measure, and we've got 0 volts. So now we know there's no voltage, and now we know that circuit's safe to play with. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the panel off, and very simple, one little screw, and then we're going to take the receptacle out. So that's 2 screws, one at the bottom and one at the top. Pull that out, and then we just gently pull this out. Now, if you can see, and with the camera can show, that these wires have been they're actually inserted in holes back here in the back of this receptacle. The receptacle that I bought has got a combination. You can either stick the wires in the holes in the back of the receptacle, or you can tighten them down using the screws. Any good electrician will tell you that you don't really want to use the holes in the back, because the wires can pop out of these holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually wrap wire around these terminals and tighten them down. So the next thing I'm going to do is disconnect. By the way, there's 3 wires into this receptacle. The bottom one's not wired, but we've got black and white. The white wire is neutral, and the black wire is your hot wire. The copper wire back here is the ground wire. So we're going to disconnect this, and the way I'm going to do it, I have a pair of dikes, and I'm just going to cut it. And I'll cut this one. And my ground wire is already coming loose, so I'll just finish that off and disconnect the ground. So now I've got my 3 wires. Okay, so I'm going to use these strippers, and we're going to strip this insulation off of here. Once we get the black wire, then we come over and do the neutral. And once those are done, then I take our wire and we'll just kind of loop this around, make a little curve, And now we can pull out our receptacle that we bought. So the first thing I'm going to do, and it doesn't really matter the order in which we do these, but I'll go ahead and hook the ground wire in. And like I said, there's no polarity really, so we can hook the wires on either side. So I'm going to, since the white wire's over here, I'm going to go ahead and connect the white wire to this terminal. It's a little stiff, so you somehow have to use a little bit of muscle. Once we have that on, I'll just go ahead and tighten that down. That side's done. Rotate it over, and we'll go back here and do the other side. That screw needs to come out a little bit. Once we've got the wires connected on both sides, got our ground connected, push this back in here, get our screwdriver out, and start tightening down this receptacle. Like I said before, this is a real simple thing to do. The only hard part is, or the dangerous part, is getting electrocuted. So you want to really make sure that you got the power shut off, or this thing will bite you. Okay, so we tighten it all down, got our receptacle in, pretty much like that. That's really all there is to it. And then we put the plate back on it, and we get our little screw that goes in the middle, and we tighten this one down. And now I've got matching receptacle with a white plate, which is what all I really wanted to do with this. So there you have it, and that's it. Bye.